Hi dear children, welcome to Student Taught Online program at SNHSS. Today we are going to discussing the first lesson of your English reader. What was the name of the story? Do you remember? Yes, Adventures in a Banyan Tree by Ruskin Bond. Have you heard about him? Yes, he was the very famous Indian writer in British descent. Then dear children, who is the main character of the story? Could you remember? Yes, the young boy is the main character of the story. He got a golden chance to spend his childhood days with his grandparents. In this story, the author describes how a boy experienced and blended with the essence of nature. Am I right? Yes. Dears, let's go through the story. Are you ready? Yes. The banyan tree was situated in grandfather's land. The grandfather was 65 years old and the boy was living with his grandparents. The author describes about the tree, the magnificent old banyan tree. What was the meaning of magnificent? Have you heard this word? Yes, it means extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful. It is the meaning of magnificent. We know that everything was under the domain of grandfather except this banyan tree. Everything was under the domain of grandfather except this banyan tree. What would be the reason behind it? Do you have any idea? ആ വീട്ടിലെ മുഴുവൻ കാര്യങ്ങളും ഗ്രാൻഡ്ഫാദറിൻ്റെ കൺട്രോളിലായിരുന്നു എക്സെപ്റ്റ് ദിസ് ബനിയൻ ട്രീ ഒഴികെയുള്ള. വാട്ട് വുഡ് ബി ദ റീസൺ? യെസ്, because being aged, grandfather could not climb up the tree. Only the boy could climb the tree. Grandfather was 65 years old, so he could not climb up the tree. The boy only could climb the tree. It was the reason. So, everything was under the domain of grandfather except this banyan tree. So, വയസ്സായതുകൊണ്ട് ഗ്രാൻഡ്ഫാദറിന് ആ ട്രീയുടെ മുകളിൽ കയറാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല. So, that is why ട്രീ ഒഴികെയുള്ള ബാക്കി മുഴുവൻ ഗ്രാൻഡ്ഫാദറിൻ്റെ കൺട്രോളിലായിരുന്നു. Got it? The second and third paragraph, the author describes about the friendship between squirrel and the boy. Who was the first friend of the boy? Do you have an idea? Yes, a small grey squirrel was the first friend of the boy. At the first time, the squirrel behaved very strangely, but the boy began to give him food. ബോയിയുടെ ആദ്യത്തെ ഫ്രണ്ട് ആരായിരുന്നു? സ്ക്വിറിലായിരുന്നു. ആദ്യത്തെ സമയമൊക്കെ ബോയ് സ്ക്വിറിലിന് ഫുഡൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഒരു അപരിചിതനെ പോലെയായിരുന്നു സ്ക്വിറിൽ പെരുമാറി. The squirrel started to eat food from his palms. After some days, the squirrel started to eat food from his palms. After some days, the squirrel began to comb his pocket. So, the boy and the squirrel became good friends. കുറച്ച് ദിവസങ്ങൾക്ക് ശേഷം the boy and the squirrel became good friends. Have you got the idea? Yes. The fourth paragraph, the author narrates how was a banyan tree in the spring season. In the spring season, banyan tree was full of fruits and many birds came there. During the fig season, the banyan tree was the noisiest place on the road. And in the season, we can hear the birds chirping. സമ്മർ സീസൺ ആയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ബനിയൻ ട്രീ മുഴുവനും ധാരാളം പഴങ്ങൾ നിറയുകയും കൂടാതെ വിവിധങ്ങളായ പക്ഷികൾ വന്നുകൊണ്ട് ചിലക്കുന്ന ശബ്ദങ്ങളും കേൾക്കാൻ കഴിയുമായിരുന്നു. He used it to make a platform on an half of the tree. Then he began to sit there, especially on afternoon. And he would read many books on there. What are the sight he had seen when he looked down through the banyan tree? Yes, grandmother was washing and hanging the clothes, quarreling between servants. And usually nothing very special happened while he was in the banyan tree. But on one particular afternoon, there is happening something strange. എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ഉച്ച കഴിഞ്ഞ് ബോയ് ആ ബനിയൻ ട്രീയിൽ ഇരിക്കുകയും ധാരാളം പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ വായിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യാറുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. സാധാരണ കാണുന്ന കാഴ്ചകൾ തന്നെയായിരുന്നു അന്നും കണ്ടത്. ബട്ട് ഓൺ എ വൺ പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ആഫ്റ്റർനൂൺ, മറ്റൊരു ദിവസം, there is happening something strange. What was that scene? Do you have any idea? When the boy was sitting on the tree, he could see there a mongoose and a cobra fight to death in the garden. Cobra and mongoose came face to face beneath the tree. Cobra knew that mongoose was the superb fighter, and he was very clever and aggressive. As well as Cobra was a skillful and experienced fighter. They were going to fight, but they were unaware of the boy's presence. There were two other spectators. Who are they? Do you have an idea? Yes, it was Myna and Jungle Crow. What were they doing there? Yes, they were watching Cobra and mongoose. Have you got the idea? The fight is going to start. Who begins to attack first? Do you have an idea? Yes, the mongoose started to attack the cobra. Am I right? Yes. What were they doing, Myna and Jungle Crow? Do you have an idea? Yes. Were they just watching the fight? No. They also took part in the fight. Am I right? Yes. But each time they bumped each other and returned into the cactus. The two round, they could not hit the cobra. Our two spectators, Myna and Jungle Crow, they were not watching the fight. Fight watch ചെയ്യുക മാത്രമല്ല, they tries to took a part of the fight. ഫൈറ്റിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമാകാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണ്. They try to do something there. എന്തൊക്കെയോ ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണ്. The two rounds they could not hit the cobra. 2 തവണ അവർ കോബ്രയെ ഹീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ ശ്രമിച്ചു, പക്ഷെ അത് കഴിഞ്ഞില്ല. Mongoose was very clever fighter. Mongoose avoided the eyes of the cobra. Then he fixed at a point just below the hood. So we know that our mongoose was a very clever fighter. വളരെ ക്ലവർ ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ഫൈറ്റർ ആയിരുന്നു മംഗൂസ്, ബുദ്ധിശാലിയായിരുന്നു. ഹൗ ക്യാൻ വി അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദിസ്? മംഗൂസ് ക്ലവർ ഫൈറ്റർ ആണെന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലാക്കാം? യെസ്, മംഗൂസ് അവോയ്ഡഡ് ദ ഐസ് ഓഫ് ദ കോബ്ര, then fixed at a point just below the hood. Then he quickly moved from the cobra to attract the attention of the cobra. അങ്ങനെ പല സമയത്തും കോബ്രയുടെ അടുത്തു നിന്നും ട്രിക്കായിട്ട് വളരെ തന്ത്രപരമായിക്കൊണ്ട് നീങ്ങുകയും, അതെന്തിനു വേണ്ടിയാണ്? ടു അട്രാക്ട് ദ അറ്റൻഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ കോബ്ര, കോബ്രയുടെ ശ്രദ്ധ തിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി. ദാറ്റ് വാസ് ഹിസ് ട്രിക്ക്. ഹി വാസ് വെരി ക്ലവർ. ഹാവ് യു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്? യെസ്. Okay, my dear children, when we meet the next class, you have to do the following assignments. Are you ready? Yes. First one, do the activity 3 given in the page number 16. Second one, activity 6 given in the page number 18. The last one, write the old textual questions and answers. Have you understand? Yes. When you write these assignments, if you feel any difficulties, you can ask me. Okay? Yes. I hope you all understand the lesson. So, we are going to wind up in our class. Meet the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.